Good, whatever to you, whenever you are watching this episode of the St. Cloud Moron Show, still known as the St. Cloud Divorce Show over on Twitch. I don't like them moron words. I am your host, Dylan. This is my co-host, Tommy the Spurg Snake. Have you met the goal yet this week, Tommy?
If you count sleeping hours, yes. Financially, never.
All right. Well, let's focus on that goal because it's been quite the week. There was an emergency show. Blind Mike Geary doesn't often do emergency shows, and we will touch upon the hour and a half he did with that Aussie guy and Husey. That was every appearance he makes is bizarre. Aaron, he should steer into this psychopath. Actually, what I was saying to someone off air was there's some things he's saying, like he's now getting into this really shock jock material of kill all cats, and I'm not finding it funny. But like the material is there. I think Dennis Leary needs to steal that, like he did Bill Hicks material for No Cure for Cancer. If that material was coming out of the No Cure for Cancer Dennis Leary of Kill All Cats, I think I would be dying laughing. But coming from Aaron, you just don't have it.
It's the low T energy. He doesn't commit to the bit. And there's a couple of other people around this Dabo versus Jason area recently that I've been busting their chops for trying a gimmick and then not committing to it. If Aaron could commit to his comedy like he does the goal, he'd be a fucking genius.
And let's go right into some goal talk. Yeah, darn it. We try to give a few minutes before saying the F word, but sometimes our filthy mouths get ahead of us. And so far, I haven't been struck for saying the F word too early. It's only been on the episodes with virgins where they're like, no, that's age restricted. So this one is actually from Reddit. I pulled the No Employment 7969 is who posted this clip over on Reddit. And we decided to do a little cosplay of Aaron. We both got our polo shirts on. Mine doesn't have the cool patterns that he does. It's just more of a straight blue with, the alligator emblem right there. So let's get into some goal begging to kick this episode off.
All right, guys, we got 5 minutes left. I need you. We need you. Steel Toe needs you. Throw in a couple of bucks. It's begging time. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Gift those memberships. Let's get those gifted memberships. Let's get 5.
This has started to be pointed out by Carl Hamburger and Blind Mike Geary. Those PayPal, Rumble Rants, all that, etc., must be listed in his chat. He doesn't say Steel Toe on PayPal. That's right. Something, if we're not in the chat, we're missing out on. So another swing and a miss from the toe.
He posts a paragraph every time he mentions the goal in his chat. What most of us don't see. That's why you can't. Sometimes you got to look directly at the toe. And every time he says that, he posts a paragraph with all of the links. They're all right there, like in the chat. All you got to do is click there. And every time he says the goal, he posts it. He'll post it 2 or 3 times within 5 minutes. And ain't nobody giving him money. I mean, except the same 10 people.
And I got distracted there by his face again. I had to take another screenshot. I had something on deck to react to you, and then I saw that face and just completely lost my train of thought.
No, I did it yesterday. I was looking at his morning show from Rumble because it wasn't on YouTube anymore. Paramount got him twice this week in the last 2 weeks.
Paramount a bunch. Is he playing the same clips that Paramount is hitting him for, or is it different things that like I learned my lesson? Successful Failures is on hiatus. As much as I enjoy doing those reviews with you, it got blocked worldwide, and Aaron is not learning his lesson.
Yeah, and that's the worst one. Blocked worldwide is the worst one. He's not learning his lesson. And I don't know how that affects his super chats or not either. Does that take all his money away that day? I'm not sure.
I believe the super chats still go through.
Okay.
I was not monetized when we were doing successful failures, and when we do Tales from the Crypt upcoming, I don't plan on having clips because of all the takedowns that we had on shows with clips. It's grabbing for views. It's Halloween, and we want to talk about Tales from the Crypt, so we're not going to pull clips for that one because we learned our lesson and are fishing for views on that one.
Yes.
5 more and knock out that 15 for today. $120 away. 5 minutes to do it. We need these goals. Obviously, we've had to take a lot of days off lately, and we're way behind. I want to keep this show on the air. I want to keep all the people we've got, and that's what that goal does. I wish we could do it a better way. I wish we were a bigger show, but it's your guys' generosity that keeps us on the air. So let's get...
He built this model. We have to do it this way. This is how I built it. And like me, doing this for a hobby. If it was just Aaron solo and doing this a couple days a week while he worked at his main job of a salesman in Unpainted, Arizona, he would not need this. I'm taking off 1 day a week now that I'm monetized, and it's going to be less money than if I were to go to work.
Yeah, but...
I'm done talking now, Aaron. You got a stupid model that you're like, we need to do this model.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And there's a happiness balance too. You know, you got to put, whether it's 50-50 between your work and your hobbies or 60-40 between, you know, it gets whatever point you can get to. Keep your hobbies keeping you happy and don't let it become like work. And I don't think he could handle a real job.
He set up the goal wrong. Like, it should have been a long-term commitment, the goal to not have a job. But once he got fired from regular radio, when he did the math and figured out, oh, I just need $500 a day, 5 days a week, and I can pay for my mortgage and April's truck and multiple co-hosts. Yeah. Oh, all right, guy. Now you're stuck to that.
Awful.
Get that 120 in. Everybody rally. Let's do this thing. We've got 5 minutes left. Smaller audience than the morning show in the evenings, but you guys are very generous. I need you to knock this out. Every dollar we fall behind at this point, it's felt. Let's just put it that way.
It's felt. It's a Muppet.
Let's get her in. The high donation tonight is $55 from Not My Demo. Sweat and Gravy over here. I'm worried about the 120. 4 minutes left. The rally has not started. We need you guys. Please, pretty please. Cherries on top, as nice as I can.
Please? I'm going to have to pull that drop from that TikTok girl who was really begging for people to give her engagement. That is reminding me, and I'm disappointed she hasn't been around more often. Maybe she's gone to rehab after being a normal person and then turning into Aaron in short fashion. Maybe someone brought her aside. Look, you are addicted to the goal. The goal feels great when you hit it, but now you're just chasing the gold dragon.
That's exactly what Aaron's doing. And we'll see later in the clip.
I can ask, keep our show on the air, keep us going. We can't fail. We can't miss. Buffalo Jockey with $5 says Matt hates old women more than Aaron hates healthy food and exercise.
No, I hate old childless women.
All right, that's going to make it 115. The rally.
Opposite for me. I love old childless women. That is what I'm after.
Income.
Like an old childless woman is as much of a unicorn as a young woman who will come in and fuck a couple. It's both of those are unicorns as I'm getting older and older. I do miss California. There were a lot more childless older women than there are here in somewhere. But I do have a date with one who is looking for something casual. Didn't put out on her profile ethical non-monogamy, but once we talked, it was like, yeah, I'm looking for something casual and logical, not forever. So yay, maybe, yay, maybe. Been shitty luck here and somewhere. That's why I'm planning my escape in 2026 when my lease is up.
Rally has begun. Everybody get in. 5, 10, 15, 20 apiece. Let's get this thing done. 3.5 minutes left to go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat.
I really liked that sweat over the brow there. And this has been covered by Blind Mike Geary a whole lot. So I didn't want to double up, but I don't believe he's covered this one. And seeing it on Reddit last night, I was like, I'm fascinated. I want to. We've got another clip coming up of him begging for the goal as well. So we haven't been focusing on the begging for the goal, but every once in a while we got to jump on in to the goal begging.
There's straight up supercuts of him begging now, and it's about 30 minutes of every show.
It's our buddy. Oh, actually, I did introduce who this is from. This is from Reddit. Real Media Player. Every time
That's
the goal is mentioned, he is putting it in his compilation. And yes, 30 plus minutes of a 4-hour show. Holy shit, pal.
Yeah, it's excessive.
Let's get this thing done. 3.5 minutes left to go. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Come on, guys. We need your help. Let's get this thing knocked out. 1:15 away. Cannot miss. Cannot lose for another month or so. We got to keep this thing going. Come on now. 3 minutes to go. Need your generosity. Need your help. Need a perfect Monday. Need a good start to the week. God, I'm going to fucking reek by the end of this show. Cheeseburger pie with $1. Thank you, guys.
He
we
is
need help.
sweating,
We need
literally.
it now. 1:15 away.
It's a good thing that he has this pattern of shirt because we've got the different patches of dark and light blue, so it doesn't show up as well. He did just wipe his brow, and
Yeah,
it's
he rolled his eyes.
nicer time of year.
He's like, we got to make this goal. Just a couple weeks ago, he was saying, too, it's okay if we miss a goal or two. I think he's missed more than one or two. And the facade of the streak is vanished.
The going away for a couple of days hurt him so dearly. I think we may or may not have a clip of him talking about April pulling $5,000 from the account. That doesn't matter. It seems it really did matter pulling out any type of money. The way he has gotten so desperate. He's also attempting to play it off, but no, you are serious. We can see that. Even when you are, I'm just joking. You're scared. You don't have enough money to pay your co-hosts versus when you barely had enough money a few weeks ago.
We need the big drops at this point. Too much time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
A little under 3 minutes to go. Please throw in. We need something, guys. We've got 2 people joining this rally so far. Not much of a rally.
We've got 2. Are we joining the rally? I wasn't aware we joined the rally. I've never heard anyone else say it that way, of needing to get a rally going. Like, even I'm not falling into that trap of asking for super chats. I'm promoting memberships when I say, hey, I'm monetized. I've got memberships. I put things on there. Super chats, or maybe I should stop bringing up these chats. You beloved chatters, if you want to see your chat up here, you're going to have to give me money.
Awful.
And actually, Sam Bibley, the wearing a variety of shirts, that's something I've been very cognizant of, to rotate my shirts. And how long I just wore that one. Let's get some variety in there. And this polo shirt has gotten a lot of play. I believe that was a gift from his father-in-law. We learned a few weeks ago. So he may not like those Andersons anymore, but he loves the shirts that they bought him.
Oh yeah.
And it's tighter than mine. This one
is a little. It's a little in the chest area. I think if it's not like Kleinfelter's for real, he probably does have some mild form of gynecomastia or whatever. Because he doesn't smoke weed, and and then again though, he does drink a lot of sugar and probably snacks. So I don't know.
Yeah, I love those sugars, those syrupy, sugary sodas. That's why this shirt is tight around my belly.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago, I was starting to do good, but then one sody pop, and I'm back on the soda wagon. I'm
so
like
addictive,
now
dude.
marking my days without sodas the way people mark their days without beers. I think I've almost made it a week. I should
That's
know
why
when my last soda was.
it's partially why I switched to tea is because I was drinking coffee with like tons of creamer and sugar in it. So it's, a lighter tea in the morning, some more water.
Actually, that's
so I don't do what this guy's doing, man. It's
yeah.
too easy.
I drink my coffee just black with some honey
Ooh.
in it, and that was a technique from years ago when I was trying to lose some weight, and I've just kept my coffee only black and with honey to help that. Oh, but do I love those sugary drinks?
At this point, please keep us on the air. The begging is here. The begging is real. We need your money. It's the only way we can stay on. Is you guys contributing to the show. Let's get it going, guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, 100. Who gives a fuck? Throw it at Steel Toe. Let's call it a win. 2 minutes and change left.
I wouldn't throw it at Steel Toe. Let's get a roll of quarters and throw it at him. That'll be fun.
To go. Buffalo Jockey with $2 says, even their old minorities without children, Matt. We'll get to all of Matt's thoughts on that. We can't afford to hear Matt's thoughts right now because we're too far away from tonight's goal.
Okay, he made a
1:15
joke.
away,
Good.
2 minutes.
That's every once in a while he has a fun little quip of if you want to unlock the co-host, we need to hit this minimum. That's
That's good. That's good. That's you got to pay for the DLC now.
That's going to go into the Steel Toe video game of unlocking the co-host. Not until you've met a certain amount of the goal. Once you've collected a certain amount of the goal, then you unlock the co-host for the day.
I see. That's the thing. If this isn't going to be a console game either, this has got to be one of those Candy Crush apps where it's like trying to sell you extra, like paid tiers every. that's the Steel Toe gaming app.
Free to play. But really, you're going to have to pay if you want to win or play more hours of the day.
That's exactly his model.
It's to go. Help me out, guys. Filled with existential dread at this point. 120's a lot. We got to make it up. We got to get this thing done.
Financial dread.
Come on, guys. 2 minutes to go. Throw us some cash. Throw us some money. Throw it in. Oh, let's get us back in the black these days. What do you say?
There is dread in that voice. He might have been playing a little bit and yucking it up a minute ago. This is just murmuring to yourself. Come on, guys.
That's the truth coming out. That's the truth coming out. It's leaking out.
Anybody? Minute and a half left to go. Fuck, this is embarrassing. Oh, these hurt. These always hurt. Because I just know there's people who are like, you fucking failure, piece of shit. And you're like, yeah, getting close.
Oh, yeah, we are in his mind now. The act has dropped. He is revealing his innermost thoughts of being afraid of people thinking that he is a failure. And with all the winning he's been doing, I guess it is hard to call him a failure.
Just take the loss, Mr. Toeman.
I love that.
He's been taking losses? Thank you for informing me, Mr. Lawyer Man.
Half left to go. Fuck, this is embarrassing. Oh, these hurt. These always hurt. Because I just know there's people who are like, you fucking failure, piece of shit. And you're like, yeah, getting close. Getting close. We run this thing as tight of a shoestring budget as we fucking can. Come on, guys. We need your help. Nobody. Need it. Come on. Let's do this thing. 1 minute to go. 1:15 away.
He wanted to say one
Let's not
something.
fail.
I know. This is I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but also a good point, Mr. Blue Sky.
That was quite the depression when David Chandler went away for a bit. I do believe he's back under another name. There is another generous, beloved chatter that multiple people believe is Mr. Chandler, but that was hit by a lot of community when the most generous super chatter went away for a bit. And Aaron did survive, but now missing a few shows in a row, now he's in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And from what I understand, Mr. Chandler was one of Corey Adams' guys. Like Corey Adam on Twitch befriended him first and drug him into this. So, thank you to that for Corey Adams. I like him. He's funnier than people give him credit for, but he's also not taking advantage or working as hard as he should be, I don't think, or finding the right people to help elevate him.
I think I've got notifications for Corey Adam turned on YouTube, and I don't see him very often. Is he more on Twitch? And yeah, when I watch him, he's definitely got something. I enjoy Corey infinitely more than I enjoy Aaron. Like they're not even in the same category there.
I agree. Yeah, it's mostly haul risk stuff. We go on the road. He drives his RVs, toots around, shows us gas station food. But as far as like something regular, it's been a while. He's
doing an American cupcake. That helps get a different audience, the people who are interested in travel, that type of, hey, here's some gas station food, here's me going around in an RV.
Yeah, not bad. And truly, I don't think he likes the toxic environment of this corner of the internet.
He got out at the right point before all the trolls. Before I was converted into a troll, I wasn't throwing rocks yet from under the bridge when Corey Adam was on. I emerged later.
As did I.
Buffalo Jockey with $5 says, at least you tried. Time to fire the cripple. I mean, we missed too much. Eventually, yeah. I mean, you've seen everybody else go when we have to save money. I mean, that's just the way it is. 110 away from knocking it out today.
110 and a minute to go.
Yeah, I dude, he's so miserable right now, and it's a hell of his own building. He, like you just said, he constructed all of this around him, thinking he was going to have it under control. The biggest thing I think he didn't plan on was losing the radio job. He got plate spinning while he was making radio money, and now he's got to keep it going.
He's mentioned a few times of potentially getting back into radio, and it's just gone nowhere. And he's getting further and further away from getting that radio job. There was one just very recently he was talking about, we're going to get back on. You need to shut up about these things that are in the very early talks because you look foolish when they don't happen. And I do understand that urge as well to tell you, oh, I hope to go out and have a photo shoot, and I just haven't done it yet. Well, at least I haven't revealed what my silly photo shoot to update the thumbnails will be. Just that I'm aware I should change the Bob Levy jacket thumbnail for co-host auditions. It works. It's fun, but I do understand it's about time for an update on those.
I explained to another beloved chatter what the Bob Levy jacket was and why it's there, because they didn't know. What is that? I'm like, that's Bob Levy's famous it's like his Spelunker jacket.
I am starting to be in the changing over, as you see with Mr. Winston gone. I love Mr. Winston, but no one knows what the fuck it is. People just see this guy right here with a stuffed dog in the background. They're like, what the fuck is going on? So, Mr. Winston, I love you. Maybe I'll break you out for a different show at some point, but we've got Krusty the Clown, which plenty of people can understand that reference behind me. Only people who went to Hollywood Boulevard for the midday show over at El Capitan knows who Mr. Winston is. And he's been retired for 30 years.
Yeah. I like the Krusty the Clown, by the way. It's
yeah, that was a birthday present. Definite great choice. I saw it advertised a few weeks ago, and my buddy, when he saw it, he was like, oh, that's Dylan's birthday present. So big thanks to Josh for sending me over Krusty the Clown. And you can play the...
Can't hear.
I probably should get that closer to the mic. I don't know how well you can hear that, but
It's faint, but you can hear him talk.
Yeah, he's talking through the box, and the box is just part of the fun. But back to
Sorry, sidetrack.
Karen. I've talked about how I'm slowly updating. So back to Aaron slowly staying the same. Yes, Sam Bibley, it does have a good and evil switch in the back. The Krusty the Clown doll. If I take it out, but the box, I forgot the number. The number is show accurate. 1-900 don't sue. With the type and so I can switch the good and evil, but the box is just so great having them in there as well.
Yeah, I agree. They some of the best merch comes from The Simpsons. They always do it right. Almost always.
45 seconds left to go. Thank you, Buffalo Jockey, for everything you've done tonight. I appreciate that. We need some help here. Oh, we're fucked. Who am I kidding? Tonight's a failure. I'll write down the 110, and hopefully we can make it up the rest of the week, guys. God, I thought this was a good...
Chad Buzmak's lying again.
I really thought this was a good show. I really thought we did enough to...
I thought so, too.
I really thought we were getting overtime tonight. All right, 20 seconds left. PayPal, Streamlabs.
He ties his self-worth into hitting the goal so much. And that doesn't always correlate to doing a great show. Like, you can feel it in you. When I do a bad co-host audition, I can feel it in me, like, I wasn't as fun off the cuff as I was. You kind of have a feeling of when you put on an entertaining show, but that's not where his self-worth is tied up. I feel happy of what I did. It's everything on the goal.
Yeah, it's his confidence is tied to his financial value. It's so weird. And like he was just mentioning, he's so scared to be labeled as a failure. Like, that's his biggest fear, is that he fails at his dream, which is to be on the radio, which he doesn't realize he already failed at by getting fired from a radio station. If he wanted to keep it going, he would have moved towns and got another job at another radio station where they didn't hear him. You know, that's how it works. That's why Opie and Anthony didn't stay in Boston or New York. Well,
and
they did
principled
eventually stay
uncertainty,
in New York.
pointing out there is no way Aaron can do a normal job. People do get addicted to that fame. Just the way that you're treated, and you're seen at the grocery store. Oh, hey, Steel Toe. He's trying to hold on because local radio personalities, they can be something of a celebrity that people want to see. And he's really holding on to that. A Stuttering John correlation there of really grasping on to that local celebrity that he has and not wanting to be a substitute teacher. I don't think he should be a teacher.
He might actually not be a bad one. I'm not going to judge him until I see a class. But yeah, it's so strange that I was this 15 years ago, and this is still part of my identity. Dude, when I got out of high school, I got into IT stuff. Like, I don't consider myself in that field anymore. You know, I've done other jobs and professions since then. But that's where I started. Yeah, I failed at it, and I failed at a bunch of other shit since then. You move on, dude. It's not hurting you. Look at how physically broken. Like, this is breaking him down that he does this to himself. He's taking time off his life, I think.
Yeah, my goals in Hollywood, I did at one point have a variant of the dream that I was after, but it just wasn't happening. I've noticed I've been in something of a depression since 2020 when all the pieces were in place to film my pilot, and I would love to circle back around to that, but I just have to accept the loss that the pieces were right for a summer 2020 shoot for my sketch comedy pilot, and no, I can't do that. Hopefully I'll be able to circle around to it again.
Right.
Aaron's holding on to that local radio guy with his internet show.
Exactly that. And like it was just mentioned, he probably does get called out from time to time. Hey, aren't you? And that probably does make him feel good. But that's also, dude, don't place your value on that.
You saying, "Hey, aren't you?" Takes me back to the 1980 Dusty Rhodes sketches from WWE, and looks like I lord over Romanowski 316 with this week's thumbnail of Aaron Imholte on Chris Benoit. It has been long theorized that he is going to go Chris Benoit on his ex-wife. She got out in time. Romanowski 316.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking please and thank you. If you have any pity, throw us some money. Keep us on the air, this fucking shit show. All right. Let's get the countdown going here.
Mm-hmm.
See, and it brings Matt down. Matt has no way to pump him back
9.
up. He needs that. He needs Matt's help. Like, dude, come on, slap him in the face.
Asking Matt for help? Just ask a wall for help. Ask this DVD for help. He's no bueno. Call over the neighbor nerd from James Rolfe's. It's called Neighbor Nerds. He is equal or better than Matt.
8, 7. Oh, there we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I wipe
1. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Hopefully, we don't have too many more of these because we're.
And now just accepting his defeat. We can't tell exactly what he's on pace for. We can see his whiteboard on pace for something. His big old Benoit head is in the way.
Well, and it's also showing disappointment. He is on pace for a facial disappointment.
We're trying to claw our way back from the fucking abyss at this point. Buffalo Jockey with $5 says bunch of fucking greedy Jews that won't give money. I guess, look, when the goal fails.
Is he going to go full Riley Martin in talking about those cheap, with YouTube standards? I don't even want to do the full Riley Martin quote of the cheap certain people motherfuckers.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Fails. I just feel like I didn't put on a good product that day. That's all. If you're watching this later, I have to beg you for money. If you could throw in a couple of bucks, that would be fucking great. All the Streamlabs, the PayPal, all of that stuff is helpful. It's great. Please throw us a few. We're 105 away for the week. I'm going to jot that down, and hopefully we can get there. 105 is our
And we don't carry over the lost goals to other days, but I am going to note it in my mind that we want to have the 105 to come back. Actually, let's not go to that Aussie guy yet. While we're going down this rabbit hole of Aaron goal begging, Stallion 19 clipped Aaron blowing a gasket over missing the goal last night.
All right, now you guys throw in $50 a pop. We're knocking this thing out right away. And if we don't, this is like my last ditch effort at like, rah, let's knock it out. Don't make me look like a fucking idiot. These haters have enough ammo today already.
Oh, we do not need to make you look like an idiot. Johnny Crutches really wants to get out of there. Look at that face of just disgust that he's got. He needs that money. Johnny Crutches enjoys doing this, and that sweet steel toe goal money is helping him do what he likes more often. Oh, and his green screen is broken.
Yeah, I noticed that last time too. Johnny is an employee who keeps showing up until he gets fired. You know what I'm saying? Like he's also employed by one of those places. As long as there's a body there, you can keep getting paid, and that's basically what's going on.
Johnny, I will put above Matt as co-host. Johnny, as much of as he's been ragged on for being a nothing as a second mic, Matt is the real nothing. He is at least a little. He's got a little something here where he's adding a teensy little something where I find Matt adds nothing.
Yeah. And Johnny has his own show on Twitch. I heard he made more money this past weekend or something than Mubi did because he was talking shit on other shows, which we'll get into later, I think.
Let's stunt him a little. Let's cool down the barrel. Come on.
That's right.
Let's fucking do it. I'm done with this shit. You want steel toe? Let's pay for some fucking steel toe. Get in there. Click that fucking link. No excuses. We do it. You pay for it. 50 at a time today. 15 at a time. That's what we're doing. Bud Britches says, hooray, no more begging. Not necessarily. We're still going to go in and we're still going to beg for fucking money because this is what I like doing. I just want you guys to pay for it because I know we're doing a great job. Big fucking chunk plays today, boys and girls. Yes, I will waste all my energy in the first hour screaming about this. I will lose my voice.
Look at Johnny. He's
I've
just
got it.
lost.
Let's hit the goal and just
Johnny is, well, he's already made the cat comments at this point. It might be at the end of this one that he gets into the cat talk that I mentioned at the top of the program. If it were coming from Dennis Leary, No Cure for Cancer, that should be Dennis Leary's next special, is taking these shock jock type of things Aaron's saying that aren't hitting, and he can have another No Cure for Cancer by spinning that web around the way he delivers that all cats should die, because Aaron indeed does sound like an abuser, Sam Bibley, much more than someone who is having an absurd joke about it, as Dennis Leary and No Cure for Cancer did with Bill Hicks's material.
and just get it done.
I've got a sugar-free Red Bull. You know what? Not even calling it the goal anymore. Give us what we fucking deserve. Bunches of money. I'm not shutting up. We're making it. We didn't deserve to lose by $100 last night. That is not our fault. We
deserved to be paid last night. Well, you're a server and you got a family that's low income and they only tipped you $2 last night is what's happening. And B. Smiley the third, you're right. Aaron was talking about dropping the goal now that the CEO of Tow Industries is no longer with them, Miss April Anderson. But he gave Johnny and Matt a raise. So he's just even again. And the goal will just never be dropped.
There's no way he's giving Johnny 25 grand a year. There's no way. That would knock him off of Social Security.
Oh, yeah. He's getting government assistance. That's something that Eric the Midget had a problem with. Some people who were Stern fans who detested Eric the Midget were reporting him for all the prize money that Stern was giving him, and it knocked him out of receiving assistance.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure Johnny isn't paying taxes on any of the money that Aaron pays him. You know, that's all his weed money. Basically.
Which is, paying the taxes and being above board with it is actually why I have not gotten my Patreon and second tier to memberships, because I am indeed getting the LLC. I'm just very scared of making everything official. So coming soon, the second tier of memberships over on Patreon, the things that YouTube won't allow me to do.
Yay.
fucking killed it last night. That was a great show. Matt and I killed your whole evening for you. We fucking deserve it. 105 short. Fuck that. Kill today. Kill last night. Fucking do it. Streamlabs, PayPal, all of it in PayPal. Just dump it in right now. I'm spamming the fucking chat. There you go. Somebody says, I'm done with the 5-minute begging thing. Proceeds to beg for...
Oh, and there's what you were talking about earlier. He's now spamming the chat with that paragraph of here's the PayPal, here's all the different ways.
Yeah, he's definitely shoving those links down people's throats. That's what got me banned the first time.
for learning OBS, but the way his show goes, he should have, like many other streamers do, with the OBS and the full chat, just streaming up, which I don't have that option on StreamYard. So Aaron does have that over me. He's learned a little bit of OBS, whereas I just attempted to do it last week and started slamming my head against the wall because I'm a boomer with that technology for some reason.
Hit me up in Discord, dude. I'll help you get a little started.
Yeah,
Get
I'd like
past,
to start
the
doing some
bullshit.
bonus content of gameplay, and I got no sound with StreamYard. OBS, I can get that sound.
All right.
For 5. No, I'm begging for the whole hour.
Chris 048, he's spamming his own chat. So that's the boss breaking the rules on spamming the chat. The boss is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want.
We don't stop until this thing is knocked out. So, therefore, we're not doing the last 5-minute begging thing. I'll just fucking tap out today and I'll go, fuck it, I gotta go look for a job. This is it. We're getting...
Yes, yay! I don't have any
look
drops
for a
of
job.
people applauding. Go look for a job. Woo! Standing ovation. Yeah, come on. Take it down to 2-3 days a week and go do a job. That's what we want.
Normal rules.
back to zero. We're getting back to good today. We're putting fucking money in the bank. Why? Because I get up early in the fucking morning to make sure you guys don't feel like killing yourself when you go to work. That's worth something. Plus, I got to be able to pay.
Well, once again, he is the third best radio guy in history. So the way that Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony were a part of our day that uplifted us way back in 2006 through 8, Aaron's doing that with his viewers, of uplifting them a little bit.
I guess.
I'll pay Johnny in a few days, and it's not looking good. All right, let's go ahead and get moving here. We got to start. You guys have to throw money in. I'm going to yell at you today. Don't you fail me, motherfucker. It's been 4 years of kicking ass. Throw in the big ones. 50, 100, 200, 300. Maybe we only read Rumble Rants, Super Chats, and PayPals today. Maybe we go super fucking old school steel toe. And we just go, we're going to do stories. We're just going to go on. We're going to do.
That sounds like a show. We're just going to do stories. We're going to do a show. And I have such a distinct memory of when he tried to dip his toe into the Stuttering John, Chad Zumach a couple of years ago. And he was like, oh, those guys, they don't do shows. The Uncle Rico show and who are these podcasts? They don't do shows. I do a show. No, they have a concept and they run for 90 minutes, 2.5 hours on that concept. And now, thanks to Real Media Player, we know that 30 minutes of your show is just give me money, give me money.
Yeah, and it's probably more than that. I also just caught, he's like, we got to pay Johnny this week and it's not looking good. He's dropping little hints like that. Like, he just can't afford to keep what he's got going unless he hits these goals. And the more he misses... So
Deferred
500 times, he's making almost 10 grand a month, or at least he wants to be.
Oh, actually, we don't have that in the Steel Toe community. There, I think it was Aqua Teal over in the Dark Side Phil community would have monthly updates on here's how much Phil made. And even with his bad months, Dark Side Phil was making over $100,000 a year by just doing nothing and begging. So that's something the Steel Toe community is actually missing. Actually, there was someone, wasn't there, that was covering everybody's? And I need to look into that. I remember someone over on Spurgtopia dropping here's the super chats of the day of MLC and Shuli and
John's neglected cat.
John's neglected cat. I've got to check in with him because he was doing a good job covering multiple shows. I would just like the monthly totals. As you said, if it's $10,000 a month, he's making over $100,000 a year.
Right.
You should be able to get by with that in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Most definitely. The only thing I can think of is he owes a lot of money to a lot of people. You know, like the house, the truck, the car, the truck. First wife, gonna be second wife, ex-wife soon. You know.
Oh yeah, that's where I don't have all those payments. My car is paid off. I do not have children. I do not have an ex-wife. So what I'm seeing as like, you only need $30,000 and you're living fine in St. Cloud. Yeah, forgetting all that money that's spoken for with his whoopsies up to this point.
Yeah, that's his big issue.
Do stories. We're going to bullshit. You want to talk to the toe, you pay for it. If I'm going down, if this thing is rotten, if this ship is sinking, it's gonna be glorious. One thing you're gonna learn is that if this dream dies, it will blow up in an extravagant fashion. It will be a show.
What's going on
I
with
will
Johnny?
lose
He's,
my
like,
mind
staring
and have a
out loud,
mental
dude.
breakdown.
Is maybe Johnny is texting with California girl. He
Oh,
might
that's
be
true.
he might be having a crippled boner that he's now focused on more than Aaron's blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I need to do that sound drop from the stern, that blah 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 blah, so I can play that at times. And B Smiley the Third, that is actually how I stumbled across Aaron Imholte. Was I went down the Dark Side Phil rabbit hole, and wow, how quickly Aaron himself turned into Dark Side Phil of begging for the goal. I hope my transformation, I'm going to do my best to have my transformation of begging for the goal be a slow one, where it'll take years until I turn into this, because I have been bitten by the goal. It's going to happen. I'm fighting it to happen slowly, not quickly.
I blame Blind Mike. He did that to you.
Thanks, Blind Mike, for having me on the Super Big $10,000 show. And I should have known that there would be consequences of getting that close to the goal, being directly exposed to the goal.
On the air, and it will be amazing. The fact that you're not throwing in right now is fucking insane, because this should annoy you to the point where you throw in money to go, Aaron, this needs to stop. No, I'm losing my mind.
Just bring it to it. Bring it to a halt.
It's all like steel toes falling the fuck apart. It's over. It's done. You're going to miss me when I'm gone. I'm talking about doing voice work, for fuck's sake. It's over. I'm done. My goose is cooked. I'm finished. See that guy next to me? He's fucking finished. It's over. Matt, done. Finito.
Matt does not know how to react to this. Aaron is turning into a psychopath right in front of his eyes. I believe Aaron is trying to make this performative, but there is a lot of pure, real psycho coming out right now that Johnny is just kind of, what the fuck do I do with this, Aaron?
Yeah, he doesn't know where to go.
Finished. It's over. Matt, done. Finito. It's gone. And you know what I've decided? You're all not going to kill me with lack of contributions. I'm going to kill me. I'm going to kill my creation by screaming $50, $100, get it in.
And this is actually where he missed the opportunity to make a fantastic obscure movie reference. You're not going to do it. I'm going to do it. Of Al Pacino and Justice for All. Come on, man. Stay consistent with your obscure movie references. That's one that I'm sure would be over the head of many people, but you would give me a nice little giggle of that Al Pacino, I'm gonna do it, from Justice for All there.
And he was doing Pacino before. I'm a fan of Chad. Like, so he has that in his wheelhouse. And he was just talking about doing voice work. Jeez, this guy could be doing slightly better than he is and be okay.
And for the entire audience who are asking, what the fuck are you talking about with And Justice for All? That was an early, shouty, yelly Al Pacino coming out in the finale of the film. He was a lawyer, and he was, Al Pacino, before he turned into, Scent of a Woman, hoo-ha, yelly hoo-ha. Al Pacino. Disappointed in you, Aaron. For once, for missing that very obscure movie reference that no one but me would get. Thank you, Deadfool, for the super sticker. and it is a bunch of gifts. Nope, that is the gifted membership. We have got a pair screaming goal. That is a fantastic super sticker. Thank you, Deadfool, for the $20 super chat and the gifted membership from Stephen Bravo. Gracias. We don't have a goal in these super chats or memberships yet, but I can feel it weighing on me to start making the goal happen. I'm fighting it off. It's a full goal, and I'm fighting not to transform into Imholte.
If I come back in 2 weeks and there's a whiteboard behind you, we're going to have a long talk.
I do have a cork board in front of me.
And if nothing comes in and I'm screaming at the void, fuck it. I'm okay with that too. Because honestly, if we just have more nights like last night, here's what the haters get. I might be done by the end of the week. We missed by $100 every fucking show. We got like 6-7 shows left. You might be rid of me by the end of the week. Got to do something, right? So there you go. Sipping Southern Tea says your mods on YouTube are killing you. Dude, the YouTube chat is fucked. It's just full of cancer. So I don't care about my mods. They're not killing me. The mods are doing just fine. If you're if you're part of the cuntiness on YouTube, I back my mods. I do. You know who's destroying YouTube? Is the people who get banned 15 times and then cry to me. You wouldn't believe how many people cry to me. You should unban me. And then they're a cunt again. That's who's killing.
You can't handle the cuntiness.
Sorry, guys. You fucked that.
And that's actually something with that Aussie guy. We might get into that. We might not. We are heavy on Aaron clips. Nothing more than 3 days old from our buddies, the Clippers. It's once again been a busy week. This guy has all sorts of ways to make an asshole out of himself. And one of our beloved chatters said it's starting to wear on him earlier. Not yet for me. It took a while for the Stuttering John to wear on me, and it's going to take a while for Aaron to wear on me, to be like, ugh, because he is finding new and exciting ways of being an asshole. There's not over repeating, as there is starting to be over repetition of Stuttering John. I'll box you. It's been a while since we heard, I'll box you, surely. I won a boxing match by decision 35 years ago.
Yeah, very luckily, might I add.
That up. If anything, the mods need to ban more people. Citizen M says, Aaron, you're addicted to this. You ain't going anywhere. Motherfucker, I got 3 kids. I got Johnny to pay for, Matt to pay for. Oh, yeah. I can go away. It's a simple matter of dollars and having them and not having them. Pizza Roll with $9.99 says, I'm the snack you love. I deserve merch. You know what? If you think Steel Toe Media Incorporated has 2 fucking dimes to rub together? Merch? Order merch with what? My good looks? Please. We can't even hit goals. Merch. Sipping Southern Tea says, I just said the Melton stuff was boring.
You can't hit goals. Have you tried headbutting the goal? That worked well on you with April.
He's got enough forehead.
No one knows who the hell he is. That's true. That's true. No one knows who he is, and people don't like it. So I just had to make fun of the fact that he, just like me, is spiraling. We're going down together. Doorman with $10 says, might get little more if Diceberg's about the goal. Don't know till you know. Impressions are for closers. Impressions aren't for fans who...
Okay, so you're not a closer. That's why you didn't do the Al Pacino reference in Justice for All when you had the chance right in front of you there a couple of minutes ago. And he doesn't really... He said envy a bunch of times. Oh, it's like envy. That's another obscure reference. As obscure as my references go, I actually never watched Envy. That might be a watch-along for when I get my shit together. And I do have to get the LLC first. I want to do it right. And I'm scared.
Leave us $105 in the lurch. I did impressions yesterday. Look what it got me. Hanging, holding the bag. 105 short yesterday.
You think he was the real people?
Hey, oh yeah, I blew a fucking gasket. It's over. I've broken. So and still, I don't see big chunks of money coming in. It's obnoxious. You know what? I might just fucking ignore it the rest of the day. I might decide, you know what? Fuck it. If this show's going off the air, it'll go off the air without me even mentioning money. I'm going to see how much I can miss by. I'm going to see if I can miss by the whole 375 today. Just not even mention it. Chunk play.
Reverse psychology, Aaron. Oh, let's give that a try for a week, where you're angry if you hit the goal, like so many TikTokers that we've seen of, don't you dare gift me that galaxy. It won't work, but give it a try. Why not?
Plays, motherfucker. We should do this every day.
I mean, it is kind of fun.
I have an idea.
And it's getting the goal hit.
I have an idea.
Yes, as he mentioned, B. Smiley III, for once he is doing this up front. He is front-loading it with begging. Come on, let's beg now, and then we won't have to beg anymore, because you just give me the money.
No, that's not going to work either. People aren't giving because we're broke. You know, we're 3 weeks into September. Not everybody has $500 to fork over, even if it's $10 at a time. He's crying about his financial woes, but isn't paying attention to anybody else's. You know, like he needs to make money. Look, dude, we all need to make money, idiot.
I start the show. I don't have to say we, because this is crazy. I start the show at 5:30 every morning, and the first 30 minutes is just me yelling at the audience to knock out the goal, and then we just do a morning show from 6 to 10:30.
I don't hate it.
You like?
I mean, I might not make it for every 5:30 start because
no, you don't have to.
Johnny Crutches not treating this like a bit at all. He is being very serious. Aaron appears to be doing a bit here, where he's saying we're just going to beg first thing up, and Johnny not playing along with the bit, just being very logical of, oh, that's too early for me to join the begging portion of the show if it's first thing 30 minutes early.
You don't have to.
Well, I got to help out sometimes.
I have shown historically that I am very, very good at screaming in a room by myself.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it's just hitting the goal is also what pays me. It doesn't seem fair if I don't lift the load somewhat.
That's the big reason that he's being logical about this is because the goal it trickles down to me. So I am concerned about this goal.
Is Aaron operating under Reaganomics? Is that what that is? Trickle down?
Yeah, trickle down economics was Reaganomics. So Johnny Crutches is the middle class to the Imholtenomics there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, the goal is like everyone acts like the goal is just for you. Like I get paid off of the goal too. That's why I tell people. Like,
and the government gets paid. Like the government needs me too. Thousands of dollars every month they need. Flat Cat Jessica with $2 says number one toe gal checking in. Flat Cat Jessica, did you see that I unbanned you? You've said horrible, disgusting.
She gave money to the toe. Flat Cat's out.
Flat Cat Jessica, I've seen over on Spurgtopia. She's got a lot of fans, and she doesn't seem to be aware of why she is so damn funny. But just be yourself over in Spurgtopia, Flat Cat Jessica, and you've got a nice audience there to give you some applause, even if you are contributing to the goal, which is a little bit of a I can't even think of the word. It's indescribable giving to the goal to me.
Flat Cat is hilarious.
I need to take a screenshot of this, Aaron.
I'm gonna post one in your Discord. It's all needle drops, dude. You can I guarantee you can skip almost anywhere, and he's pulling a face. It's great. Also, I don't know if Flat Cat knows what she's doing either, but if she does, master troll. If she doesn't, still, it's great.
Distasteful, terrible things about me, and I unbanned you. You know why? Because you're a girl and you don't know any better. Some guy with tattoos probably talked you into it and made you.
He can't. There's no reason to throw in your hate for women. you can't convince me that you are a fan of women the way you're a fan of Chad. You enjoy women making your wee-wee hard and making it spit up, but otherwise, man, you really hate women.
Yeah, that's so strange. Like, he loves to bag on women for whatever reason he can get at them for, but can't live without one. He can't be without a woman for 10 minutes. It's hilarious. He literally ran from...
He was doing a bit with that. I don't think this is a bit at all. That was real Aaron coming out saying you are a woman and you're obviously weak and dumb. But thank you, Flat Cat Jessica.
Girl, and you don't know any better. Some guy with tattoos probably talked you into it and made you live a terrible, nefarious life. And you girls with your squirrel brains deserve a little credit because it wasn't your decision. You were dragged into it by a man.
Those eyes are going psycho right there as he's talking about
another one.
He's really getting absolutely insane talking about how women are powerless fools.
Credit because it wasn't your decision. You were dragged into it by a man. And I forgive you for that. Thank you, Flat Cat. You know what I should do?
I don't know. At this point, anything's up. What's going? Where are we going?
I should lose my mind more often. This is fun. No fucking shit!
That's a nice little segue going from Stallion 19's clips from that show to Will Heron, TV's Will Heron's clips from that show. Aaron, I like losing my mind. He clipped a little, some different portions of Aaron being a complete fucking maniac, and yeah, do that. Just be the maniac you are. This is actually kind of working. Being a maniac, if you ask me.
I agree.
Jesus Christ! How many of you do I have to explain the fucking bit to? I'm fake breaking down for money. I'm a...
There we go. That's why I put this back to back. Is all that stuff he just did. Now he's explaining, I am fake breaking down. Great actor, if he is indeed. We've seen him try to act before, and it didn't come off well. But those psycho eyes, that's something I have seen from great actors, of being able to pull out those psycho eyes.
Yeah, no, and I agree. Barry Watson, he's acting like Perry Caravello now. He's just getting loud and obnoxious. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. There's a good actor has truth behind the act, right? So he really is. He's panicking on some level, if not just about finances. His life is falling apart.
But he's been winning all year. How can his life be falling apart when losing his wife to a established couple was a win for him? Thank goodness that they took my wife from me. They stole her from me, and I can no longer see my sweet Kayla.
Dude,
I hope we get more of that.
Yeah, I know. That was fun.
If he would pine for Kayla Ricada along with this psychopath, that's a character that I can actually tune in for the show and pull these clips myself rather than relying on these brave clippers who are sifting for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think you should let the emotional wreck that is Aaron Imholte out and just stop trying to pretend to be as normal as he is. He's obviously all over the place. Emotionally inside, like he's just those eyes.
Let's see, I can make that full screen. That's not full screen of that.
There you go.
We've got a full screen of those crazy eyes that he's got. Betty Davis had some crazy eyes and was a thespian.
What up, honk?
All right, back to the regular view. You're giving me a lot. I thought I was going to have his mugshot as the thumbnail for this on a regular, but he's given me at least 3 good thumbnail faces that
That
can
is
be
a good one.
rotating with those.
Performer. I'm an actor. I'm a thespian.
Acting. Ugh.
Yes.
Sorry to show you that little sweat stain there. What a fucking slob I am.
But so I got a black one on. I'm okay.
Patrick with $275 says you're done. Don't ever mention that crap again. New boot goofing. $275.
All right, that's got to get a cowbell. Here we go.
Guys,
Cowbell for
it's
that,
a
Patrick.
trip.
Okay, there we go. We had some beloved chatters mentioning him getting a quad, as he called it. This is, I believe, 3 goals all in one. And I think the gifter tells him to shut the fuck up and do his show, if I remember correctly.
Triple crown.
Is that why he needed to hit the goal?
This is why you cannot.
He finally thought to put this goal in. Casey Day and Blind Mike Geary were talking about it, that the first thing they thought of when covering the goal was to look this up. It took Aaron fucking forever to think,
Years.
oh, that classic soccer goal. I should do that.
There's a specific one that I can think of. I'm pretty sure it was Mexico won a game and the dude lost it, just was screaming it. Go, go. Like he was just so happy. It was like, yeah, dude, that's what, and this is what everybody's upset about is he puts so little effort and demands such a high amount of money. You know, he can't even put a banner up. And like you said, he can't get chat on screen.
He's more adept at OBS than I am. And since you've already got your steel toe dipped into OBS, the way he does his show, it would make sense that he would have the chat scrolling along on screen. But nope.
No.
Not celebrate a steel toe loss because it always comes back around again. So let's see. 300. Fuck you, dude, with $5 says towards the no more internet bullshit. Keep squealing, Loaf Piggy. Matthew with $50. Hold on, I have to do math. 52, 320.
Is he doing the steel toe math of taking off the 30% that YouTube is going to get?
Yes, and he's a dummy. He's trying to take the 30% off of everything. Like he's trying to take it off of the 50 and then add another $1. And dude, this guy is retarded.
I do like how much the green screen, we're seeing the reflection of it here on Johnny Crutches' microphone and everything. It reminds me of a Toonces the Driving Cat sketch back from the 80s when they didn't know how to stop that green screen from bleeding on. You do much better now over there at Saturday Night Live, but those green screens in the 80s, those were funny. You could see the green tint on everyone.
Awful.
320 and 25, 320 and 20. No, 320 and 30. 350.
Yeah.
All right. So we just knocked out $350. We're now 250 away from tomorrow morning. Dickheads. Your guy's still melting down. I'm not talking about it anymore. Honky with $1 says, knock out the quad. Let me see some more money or your granny gets it. Granny was writing me yesterday asking me to be a co-host on the show. He was like, you're surrounded by yes men and I'll be contrarian and this and that. It's like, yeah, I don't like doing contrarian show. Like, I don't want to do a
dumbass. That's what makes a fun show. When I started doing Stuttering John's Shuley Detractor show, that was something that like I would actually challenge him, and is why he immediately blocked me on Twitter when he came back. And I was like, oh, okay, he's not going to have fun with this bit I'm attempting to do to be his co-host and bust balls. And we've seen who Stuttering John has got as co-host. DG, the Clay Dabbler of people who are just yes men to him. A lot of correlations to Stuttering John here, where Aaron just wants a yes man. when a good show does indeed have a little bit of contention to it. I'm actually trying to find someone for TikTok around the clock to have that contentiousness with each other. So far, I agree with everyone too much. Like you, we have a nice back and forth, but we do agree too much for a 4-hour show.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, there it is again. But it depends on the subject too. Like we both agree on this guy, that guy over there, wherever I'm pointing. That if we pick a subject that we have opposing things on, sure. I'm not going to just agree, but yeah. Oh, Rob Saul too, another one who was just nodding along with Stuttering John for a long time, and that's why Aaron's show is boring. Is there's nobody fighting him. He just acted angry for 40 minutes and made his money. If he could get in legit arguments with people on his show, even if he was losing the argument, even if he got clowned on, he would make the money.
His ego probably is afraid to have someone who could win an argument with him. That's probably something weighing on him of like, get someone with a differing opinion. What if they win arguments? I need to win all the arguments. I need to send a private chat and tell them to throw the argument if they start winning over on me.
I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something about that, but go ahead.
Buscemi and Fargo. I'm like, this isn't a debate, Jerry. I'm not going to debate.
Oh, there was an obscure reference to the movie Fargo, I guess. Oh, I'm a season behind on the TV show Fargo. That's been a good one.
I'm like Steve Buscemi and Fargo. I'm like, this isn't a debate, Jerry. I'm not going to debate.
A weird-looking guy. That's also how you're like Steve Buscemi and Fargo.
And I'm also like, Granny, no.
That was a fun running joke for those who haven't seen Fargo. Everyone describes Steve Buscemi as a weird-looking fella.
Yeah, he's a weird
No
looking
offense,
fella.
but like, I'm done just being involved, like doing shows with internet people because they're all just pro wrestlers and like workers and shit. And it's
I'm just a genuine asshole.
Yeah, Johnny's a genuine fucking piece of shit, and I like that. Matt's human garbage, and I appreciate
We're both
that.
retarded.
Yeah.
Kind of funny looking. Thanks for the exact quote, Isaac Walmart. The guy was kind of funny looking and cast perfectly for someone who's kind of funny looking.
But it's like,
Thank you, Sam.
internet people are chicken shits who are like, oh, I just want to work with you. I just want to do this. And then they like try to like go into business for themselves. And it's like, you're not a professional. Like that sucks. And Granny's like, I would never do that. I'm like, I know you wouldn't. I go blame other people for me,
having that feeling,
passing on this offer. I said, I'm going to say no to you. I like Granny, but I don't trust any of these internet people to put on. They're not going to put on a better show than I can with my own guys. That's just how it is. And if you're someone who's like, I need conflict on the show, I can't have yes men. Well, comedy works best when it's yes and we do a comedy show, not a drama show. For a drama show, the conflict is great. That's awesome. Drama shows are gay. They're gay.
Drama shows are gay. So comedy shows good. Drama shows gay. Well, what about horror shows? What if you did a horror show, Aaron? Give that a try.
How about try any show?
By the way, B. Smiley the Third, that's another reason why me and Aaron should be on the same page of his entire life perspective being based on movie quotes, radio, and wrestling. That describes me too, but somehow I've put it together in a less douchey fashion. At least I think it's a less douchey fashion. I could be wrong there.
Well, I'll second it because I'm all television, music, and some other amalgamation of third things that I enjoy, books or whatever, video games.
Hey, and they eat at your soul. You don't want to do them. Los Federales, unless you don't have talent, then you got to do drama shows.
Let's do another obscure reference. Where's the comedy? We need to dig up the where's the beef lady. Where's the comedy?
Los Federales with $1 says inflation varies based on what index you're using.
Awesome.
Yeah, Coltrane says, us OGs have told you this how many times? Well, the OGs are the...
Great point, B. Smiley. This is not a drama show. Aaron doesn't do a drama show. He didn't cover Ricada for months, never covered Chad, Darkside Phil, Stut Joe. This clearly is not a drama show seeking views based on shining a spotlight on drama cows.
Yeah, exactly. And we all know his comedy pays his bills, you know, because it's so good. Hello, dog.
Are the ones who have put us in position to knock out the quad today. So I got to listen to the OGs. That's for sure. 195 away from the unprecedented quad. Never done a quad before. PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo.
He had the chance to not beg anymore. He hit 3 goals. He hit 3 goals. He is ahead by a goal. And now he is back to his default of, hey, guys, there's more goal to be covered. 4 goals in a row. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's it. He can't not mention it. He's brainwashed himself. I think it started with ad reads and stuff. Like, he would have a break. Like, he could talk for 25, 30 minutes and then do an ad read break. Now he'll talk for 10 minutes on YouTube and then do his goal break. Like, he has nothing else prepared in between. He's going to riff for 10, 15, bring up the goal. Riff for 10, 15, bring up the goal. It's crazy how often, like, it's a robot response in his mind now.
XMMM pointing out that the terms of the donation was no more goal talk. And he did not last long at all on no more goal talk. We hit the goal. I'm not going to talk about today's goal anymore, but tomorrow's goal.
That's right, exactly. And that's exactly how he plans things, too. He likes to shirk around the rules.
Let's hunt awful with 199. I don't know who started this lie, but they're like, only supervised visit. Ouch, Aaron, poor kids. When did anyone say that? Is that the new cope from people? That I have supervised visits? That's news to me. I'll let the kids know today and this weekend that the internet says we only have supervised visits, so we got to go somewhere. Is that because I'm taking my kids to see their grandparents today? Imagine.
I guess that is a supervised visit.
Being that you have repeatedly violated the protection order against your first wife, it's not a big leap to say, oh, right. The courts have taken away the split custody. That isn't a wild thought that this beloved chatter is having. As Sam Bibley points out, Aaron indeed has had a quad before getting kicked out of it.
Imagine being so warped that you hear a parent going, I'm going to take my children to see their grandparents after school today. And they go, it must be supervised. Dude,
he does that too.
You guys got to work on yourselves.
He starts adding details to make whoever he's trying to clown look stupider. It's just like you had mentioned. We know you've violated your HRO twice. And
you can go over to Doom's channel and watch it for an entire hour.
Exactly. And so it's not far-fetched to make the speculation that she would fight for supervised custody because he's known to be hanging out with coke people. I mean,
they didn't want to
Pepsi people are who you want to be hanging out with.
Talk about who bought the boats or the people.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, that joke stunk. That almost warrants a Duke Phillips. Oh boy, that Pepsi joke was fucking awful.
That, you know what? That makes sense, Johnny. That was a really astute take. I appreciate it. And now you get called the anti-Semite on message boards. I like that. Will Heron.
Well, I mean, it's not wrong.
Speaking of Jews, TV's
Will Heron dropping in his chat into his... That's something that I would probably do as well if I were a Clipper, is, hey, everybody, I'm dropping in where I was witty. I don't know if Stallion got when I was witty, but I'm going to get when I was witty.
Will Heron with $5.
Thank you, TV's Will Heron.
Says dying is for the weak. That's right. Will Heron, as you know, never died. Did not die.
Did not die.
Also, if you're just joining us, we are only $215 away from a quad. If you don't know what a quad is, it's knocking out 4 goals in one show.
Back to it. I was about to go to the next clip. I was like, I think we're wrapping up here, but he will not shut up about the goal several shows away.
That's what he can't. I don't know what his problem is. He just cannot.
He's in that groove. He's now in that groove of talking about the goal. So when it's a full moon or not, he is talking about that goal.
We knocked out last night, this morning, tonight, and now we're trying to knock out tomorrow morning before today's show is over. And we're not even half done with today's show. So 215 away from the
$215 away from the goal of a couple of shows away. Jesus. No. You can show us how a show is done. Calling Who Are These Podcasts in the Uncle Rico show not a show, but this is somehow a show. Oh, boy. No credibility whatsoever here, sir.
Yes, no, he's degraded a lot in the last 3 months. Six if you want to be generous, but the last 3 months have been really hard on him.
Evasive quad. We've never had a quad in steel toe history. You know who should knock out the other 215 is the quad father. It's fun. This is a good time.
Nice reaction there. That's a very Chipperson joke of you there, sir. We're going for a quad. It's only proper that the quad father gives us that money.
He's not even a quad himself. He just likes the word. I mean, it is better for the brain.
Don't anybody worry. Clipper channels are going to get to clip it and say Steel Toe's having a meltdown, so they get some content out of it. Patrick Melton's losing his mind and is about to blow his head off. So, I mean, the fact that I'm melting down has to make him feel a little bit better, right?
Or
I don't listen to Melton, so I can't confirm nor deny that, but I don't believe it. I believe he's getting that second, third hand of Melton absolutely losing his mind and becoming going over to the self-deletion, but I don't believe it.
Not even close.
You don't have credibility for me to believe you. Of Melton, he's been my main troll, but now he is losing it. Yes, that's right. From what we just saw, it is Melton that is losing it, not you, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Show the clip.
Or, well, I don't know if he's thinking long term, it would make him feel worse because, like, you're his content. If you go bye-bye, what is...
Flat Cat Jessica with $2 says, #1 toe gal checking in. Flat Cat Jessica, did you see that I unbanned you?
Okay, and now we're getting into what we saw. TV's Will Heron and Stallion 19 chose to clip different parts from that breakdown. So now we meet up with him saying good things about Flat Cat Jessica before showing his misogyny.
What a dope.
Well, it said you should be mad.
All right, now seems like a good time to circle back around to what we've been talking about. Our buddy Husey, who is bringing a lawsuit against me for not covering Red Dead Redemption 2 on What Is This Game with Annie. And actually, I apologize, but I won't be covering it ever. I'm now exclusively a Switch guy. I don't have as easy access as I did to the new generation PlayStation and Xbox. So I'll be looking forward to that lawsuit coming down the pike, Husey. And that Aussie guy has gotten into what I've gotten into of goofing on Aaron because it's the thing to do.
Yeah, I know. It's so fun. And this exchange that's going to go down here also doesn't make Aaron look that great.
He believes this made him look awesome.
Yes, that's what really is crazy to me.
Aaron warps the world around himself to where this was a win. We'll see how long we stay with this. TV's Will Heron chose to put this in two parts. I believe Doom and Stallion 19 have it in one part because this goes on for a while.
Yeah, it's like an hour long, this exchange.
Mad at Husey, not me.
I never could be mad at Husey. He's way more likable.
I couldn't contact you, Aaron. I'm blocked. You've blocked me, so
because you were probably
I couldn't give you a heads up about
so
this.
Wait, so you're blocked? So you're saying this is not the first time you've been a rat?
No, I mean I tagged you in the tweet where
I'm sure.
And the Clippers are censoring out the fucks and stuff to try to stay on the right side of monetization. He says this a lot. You rat fuck.
Yeah. He keeps calling them that. Yeah, it's really weird.
You're doing this interview and you are confronting me to my face. You rat fuck.
Yeah, exactly. He handles this poorly.
I clipped your story about getting in your wife's face and yelling at her while you're in her face. I clipped that story and I tagged you and I said how abusive and disgusting this behavior.
Everyone who's ever been blocked has never done anything wrong. I just did this. I've never.
No, I literally just spelled out what I did. I clipped the story of using your wife. And I tagged you and I said,
yeah, Husey just lay it out and his reactions. It is very fun, Sam Bibley. This may be Husey's show, but he knew when to just let the other two just take over.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Like you're garbage for this.
Okay, and now you got to go on a show and you got to say that.
Yes, I got to tell you in your face.
And I still think you're a rat piece of shit.
That's great, dude. I'm happy for you to feel that way.
But the fact that you did it like a little bitch is my I don't.
Cool. I'm a
you're
bitch,
not really,
Aaron. I'm a bitch. Does that change the fact that there's two women you're not allowed to talk about because you're so harassive and abusive? You're not allowed to talk about. Does that change that fact that I'm a rat?
That's a fact. That's 100%.
Oh, it's just a little too late. We've got Stephen Bravo over there gifting memberships, and Stephen Bravo over here gifting memberships. Hey-oh, what a fun picture in picture,
Mr. Bravo.
You're not allowed to talk about it. Does that change that fact that I'm a rat?
That's a fact. That's 100% a fact. You are a boilerplate. Like you are a stereotype. You're not even a real guy. You're just kind of an amalgamation of message boards. That's you're just kind of an ooze. You're kind of
Aaron is so full of himself. Man, I am taking this guy down. You're an amalgamation of people shitting on me. You're not even you. And we have B. Smiley the third. I've heard two versions of that Aussie guy's direct messages from Aaron and I forget who else. And Aaron's version was a bit different. I think that Aussie guy did give him some thanks for getting him closer to monetization. But Aaron, I think, is twisting that a bit. I'd have to see the DMs. I don't know if the actual DMs are out there. I've heard two versions of that Aussie guy saying, "Hey, I was just trying to have a conversation with you," and Aaron's version of, that Aussie guy was totally doing a work with me.
Yeah, I did read one of them, and I couldn't remember who said it, but they actually flat out said, yeah, this was just for funsies. He wasn't really trying to confront Aaron in a serious manner. Like I think you or I would. Like, I wouldn't let him be running over there calling me an amalgamation of Reddit ooze or whatever it was. Because he's that's him name calling to shift away from, you harass women, Aaron. That's a legitimate fact about you. And instead it turned into name calling.
Pointing out that he is taking it from that Aussie guy. So I did not... And that's something that you don't tell the audience. You don't tell them that Triple H and Stone Cold went out for a beer after the show. Right? Well, Triple H doesn't drink, so he was the DD.
Okay.
So that's something... if they both came out and said that publicly, you're killing the fun of this that we're witnessing.
Right, and I think this is where everybody's like, oh, we don't like the pro wrestling. Like, this isn't fun to know it's not real. And I would have never, even if it was a work or I was trying to play Aaron, I would never DM him and tell him because he's got a big fucking mouth.
Yes, everything that happens in his life now is on the air. I wish that he would get back into his childhood and tell us about the meatloaf plate that was thrown against the wall. Just tell us Anthony Cumia's life story and change the details around. See how long it takes people to catch on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like when Ant would do the Seinfeld bits, he would start telling a story, but it would be an episode of Seinfeld. And like the whole cast would not catch on, and somebody would have to call in. Like, dude, I saw that.
It was fun. I heard one of those clips where they moved on to another subject, and then it hit Opie, and motherfucker, that was Seinfeld again. Fun little son of a bitch. Ant got us.
An amorphous blob.
Well, I tell you what, I've never been to Kiwi Farms, but that's where we found the documents about your harassment.
I thought you've never been to
where
Kiwi.
Your wife.
Boom. Own.
No, that's what I said. That's where they were found, and then they appeared on Reddit and all that, where there's documents suggesting that your ex-wife, April Imholte.
You know what? And I got to tell you, buddy, ex-wives never lie. Ex-wives never lie. But you know what? Dude, I get it. You didn't like me when you came in here, so you look for things that could have confirmation bias. You go to imright.com. You go, it could.
Blind Mike Geary pointed out that's a Bill Burr bit. I actually need to watch more stand-up. I wasn't aware that was a Bill Burr bit of imright.com. But that does sound like something that he would say.
Yeah, that line, and the other day he said Melton was a habitual line stepper, which comes from a Dave Chappelle sketch. The one where Charlie Murphy's talking about Rick James, and Rick James is a habitual line stepper. Fuck your couch, nigga.
Salvatore M was having fun with you over on the you totally were going nuts, and I was like, oh, I want to continue this Spurgtopia chat of Stu Hart, Johnny Crutches, and another great correlation that Attitude Era Aaron might save the show. This Aaron, there is something to this Aaron that was missing. You were 1995 WWF up until this angry Aaron and Stone Cold Aaron Imholte. Come on, maybe you'll have some actual real donations rather than people who are hate donating.
Telling you to shut up? Yeah, exactly. Here's $200. Go away.
There could never be another side to this story. It has to be what I need to believe about Aaron. It's okay, dude. I've met.
Court documents that said you choked your wife and headbutted your wife. My confirmation bias from court documents.
I'll be honest with you. There's 1,000 people just like you that operate the exact same way. I'm not impressed by them. I'm certainly not impressed by you. I understand that feeling's mutual, buddy. And I tell you what.
I wasn't looking at Husey for a bit, and his just face caught me again and gave me a giggle.
Yeah, no, he's pulling face the whole time. He's letting everybody else talk. And it was same with Johnny in that last little bit. Like, if you watch him pulling face the whole time, it makes Aaron look so much more... He's dumb.
The Attitude Aaron... Oh, what a shitty play on words I was making there. Attitude Era.
No, not working.
Next time, be a man. Say what you want to do.
I've done that before, and you blocked me.
Because you're always a piece of shit. It's going to be hard for me to want to talk to you. And people in general in your life, you'll find this. If you're going to come at them with the energy of a piece of shit and then a kind of a backroom dealing, like I said, rat piece of shit, which is pretty accurate.
You rat fuck. Piece of shit. No, actually, here's another stuttering John. You fucking pelican. This rat fuck piece of shit is like his pelican.
Yeah.
At least he isn't stealing that from Artie Lang.
No, but Aaron does do this a lot. He will fixate on a word or a short phrase like that and drill it home for the next hour and a half. You know, he's going to keep calling this guy a rat fuck because that's what he's got. And truthfully, he won't confront Husey, but Husey's the one that put him on. You know, that's like if I say, hey, Dylan, come on my show, and then I get a detractor of yours, if you had one, to come and talk to you. It's like, dude, talk to the guy who orchestrated it. It's on his show. Aussie guy just wanted to run his mouth at Aaron, which we all kind of do, but he won't always let it.
Yeah, Aaron, give me a nice boost to my subscribers. Come on over here, you moron.
Yeah,
they're not going to want to talk to you.
No, that's a shame.
But you're welcome for that free advice.
Is this
no? I love your advice. Like
now,
you're not a
big Canelo fight.
Is this a bad time to invite you back on early for a Christmas special?
Definitely, I'll do it anytime.
Oh God, you think this guy's no? This guy's fine. I'll sit on a screen with this guy anytime.
But this guy,
it's all the same. Here's where you guys. It's kind of what you did today. You were a perfect example of it. You ask a question. You get an answer you don't like, so you ask it 2 or 3 different ways, and then when the answer is the same, you go, he won't answer my question.
He's actually got some confidence in his body language for once. We've seen unconfident body language for so long. This is Aaron actually with confidence. Neat.
Get 2 or 3 different ways, and then when the answer is the same, you go, he won't answer my questions. I just don't.
Did I cry?
My honest thought, you did come off as kind of a bitch. No offense. Like the way you even snuck the questions into the show, you were being
I do like the green screen effect of that Aussie guy kind of fading in and out, sort of making him look like Homer Simpson fading back into the bushes. Just go a little further back to get that Homer Simpson into the bushes effect.
Being a bitch, and then after you didn't get the answer you wanted, you trying to keep passively aggressively rephrasing the question is also a bitch move. No offense, Dean. I think you're a bitch. I'm sorry. I think you're a bitch.
Right, Aaron. I don't care. It's fine. You
kind of care because you're still here and you still want to talk about me.
Yeah, of course, man.
My opinion matters.
This is going to get.
So this goes on for quite a while. Let's jump into another clip. Actually, let's stay with this. But with the super chatters shitting on him. I watched the first couple and thought it was
BYB. Will Nick steal slam piece from you next? Aaron #FH. I have no idea what FH means.
Stay away. You stay away.
Cutting a wrestling promo there.
So that's a no.
She doesn't like.
Oh, and he's got this little shit-eating grin on his face as well. You stay away. Aren't I a stinker?
Right, exactly.
Drugs.
Oh.
No, I think he's clean at the moment.
You can't use the hook, you know. The same bait doesn't work this time. Different fish.
So thorough Joe Burrow for $4.99.
Oh Jesus.
Hey Aaron, speaking of UFC, how long does it take?
That very dry wit. Husey is approaching Norm Macdonald levels of that dry wit, and he's breaking as he started to read this full super chat.
Yeah,
for you to choke out a woman, block me here, tough guy.
If you make me a mod, that would be hilarious if I blocked him here. If you can't choke out a woman, have you felt how soft their necks are? If you can't do it in under a minute, you got to quit the game.
Jesus, I've never.
Once again, coming from Aaron, this sounds creepy and real. He needs someone else. He needs a Dennis Leary to steal this material to make it into something fun and worth a laughter, rather than that sounds for realsies.
Yeah, he's definitely he's trying to like lean into it, but we know too much history, so it comes off with a little more truth than satire.
Never touched a woman I have a AJ monument here for a reason. And then of course, this isn't so much of a question, it's by Ann Gosh.
And gosh, I believe Blind Mike called Michaela a scamp for revealing Ann Gosh's name. We won't go the full doxing, but And Gosh is definitely poking the pro wrestler there in the upper right hand corner.
I know that's got to bother him because he tried very hard to keep her name out of the way.
Nick is hot, and I love Coke and Baldos. 2 ladies in a row who love those things. Who'd have thunk it? And I imagine that's an actual picture of her now that she has came out. Oh, did Aaron actually dox her? Aaron, Annie. I thought it was our buddy Michaela. At least watching the Blind Mike project. That's who got the credit for doxing Miss Gosh here.
From what I understand is he mentioned her first name and she put it together. Like, yeah, I think he said her name, but then she tracked it down and found her on Facebook. And that's how, I think that might also be a LinkedIn profile picture.
Oh yeah, it looks better than Carl Hamburger's LinkedIn profile picture.
Oh, good God.
Those glasses really help his face. That's something Luigi Greenberg recently put a clip of Stuttering John goofing on Carl's appearance, and just and when I saw the picture, it's like, oh, that's Milhouse without his glasses. He needs those to look like a human. He looks like a non-human without his glasses. And I'm a fan of Carl. That's how to bust his balls there. Without glasses, you don't look like a human.
Nick is hot, and I do love Coke and Baldos.
I don't know who that is. I don't care.
Those are a lot of lies in a very short statement.
It is quite good. The super chat system is always quite unique. But the thing, hold on a second. Nice podcast, stupid. This is going great. Another win for the toe.
Always.
Always. Here's one that'll go down well. From, I can't remember who. Yeah. Aaron is a tiny pain. I think that's the thing that people write with. Nick makes me geezer. Is that what that?
Dry as chalk. Aaron's tiny writing utensil there. I actually have had that cartoon, Jerry Lahane, in the queue for quite a while of Aaron being pulled over by a cop. It's oh shit, I forget who made those cartoons, but goddamn, is that April Imholte design fucking hilarious?
Makes her elderly.
Oh, there we go. And then this one's from
stimulants can age people.
Citizen M. Aaron's a genuine cowherd through and through. So
hey man, that's what I do. I book myself on other people's shows so I can ask the guest questions.
I didn't
like
book
a real
myself.
man.
I didn't book myself. I got invited
to talk to me.
There's a super chat here that should be addressed because I think it's a little bit unfair. Citizen M, I watched Still Till Morning Show. Believe me, Aaron doesn't answer these questions there. He doesn't have to. He's never confronted with anything real. But at the same time, you do address a lot of this stuff.
Right.
But then on the other hand, there's only certain stuff you can actually say.
Yeah.
But how would you respond to Citizen M's comment?
I think thank you very much. Anyone who's delusional enough to think that I don't address uncomfortable topics is probably a little too biased and maybe out of their mind, maybe a little too filled with Aaron hate, and maybe they got their blinders on a little bit. I think anyone who's actually watched knows I'm an open book. Let's put it that way.
I wouldn't say open book. You have a bookmark there on the pages in which the audience is allowed to see. And all those pages around that, no. You're allowed to see these 2 pages, not the 100 pages one way and the 200 pages another way.
Exactly. You're allowed to flip open to what he wants you to see, and that's it. If you start perusing and skimming through the book, no. And Sid M is
a lot
nailing him here.
More so than me.
Sorry for clipping over you there.
Oh, that's all right. No, it's he won't confront Husey because he's afraid of Husey. he likes him, and he thinks that he can use Husey to get somewhere later on. That's why he's not afraid to fight with that Aussie guy down there, because he doesn't know.
He's ready
him.
to punch down. He's not ready to punch equal or punch up.
Exactly. No lateral punching.
And maybe others would be who level that criticism against me.
Well, I can't read. Here's Dabbling John. Ask Aaron why he doesn't display his chats. Well,
because I'm technologically retarded and I don't know how to do it on OBS. And I don't like StreamYard.
Or is it that you don't necessarily want to read exactly what's read?
I read every single one of them. Oh, Dean, did you go to Reddit again?
No, I'm just asking. People say
really
these things.
That voice, both of his ex-wives have definitely heard that condescending voice so many times. We've heard him kind of in an argument before when he breaks that out, and I can just hear it in any type of real argument of him going to a condescension when April or Ashley have an actual point.
Yeah, I know he's done it to April. We've seen it. Oh, are you gonna cry now? And then she literally starts
air.
crying.
Yes, we've seen that on air where he's like, "Oh, don't worry, baby. This is for the show, for the show, and also breaking up your marriage before the divorce clock." We had another almost a year, I believe, on the divorce clock when she finally cashed it in.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of time left.
Oh, Dean, did you go to Reddit again?
No, I'm just asking. People say these things. I'm asking questions people want answered, Aaron.
You are a regurgitating like Reddit monster, though. Like you don't have any like thoughts of your own. Literally every thought you have about me comes from a Reddit page. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm used to it. I think it's cute, but it's just you're kind of like I said, you're kind of a stereotype to me. Like you're not really a guy.
If someone challenges.
Stereotype. Well, what is he? Fuck, I can't even think of a stereo. My Chip Chipperson fell on its face because I haven't had a stereo be on my phone in so long. What are you, fucking Panasonic or something?
There you go, Panasonic. Oh, that's a good one too.
We've been with this for a little bit. Let's jump around to one more. We did that one. Aaron expecting good news from his lawyer. Let's jump into this one for our final clip of the day from Stallion 19 and TV's Will Heron. Were the two. We didn't get into the cat stuff. Maybe the cat stuff is in this one.
I can say this. I can't say too much about it. I can't go much further. But I have a meeting with my attorney today.
I'm starting to have a new favorite part of these clips of watching the other people's faces. Watching Husey's face was really fun. And this whole episode, Johnny's disinterest has been very entertaining to me.
I agree. I've been watching his face change at Aaron's words, and it's just, without him saying so much, it's the same with April. Like, he would say something and April would pull a face. So start watching Johnny and you can see what he thinks about Aaron's words. It's not Reddit, dude. We all see the same thing. That's Aaron's problem that he's not grasping. You and I have opinions and observations, and they line up with almost everybody else's opinions and observations. It's not us, dude. It's you. It's not Reddit.
Very
it's
often,
not Kiwi.
Goes with the internet people, and he's now focusing in on the Reddit people. I do love it's the internet at large that is the problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny to me.
Okay. And if you can see by my face, I'm very excited to meet with my attorney today. I'm picking at my own skin. I'm excited. I cannot wait for this meeting. Look, I've been doing a great job at keeping my mouth shut so far.
Nope. I don't think I have a buzzer to on the board to say, for that. Absolutely wrong. But I do have this.
No.
And I'm going to continue that trend. There will be some things.
So I wouldn't go. I wouldn't keep going. I wouldn't.
I was gonna say I wasn't going. I thought you didn't want me to go to the meeting. Because
I misspoke. I'd say, but I wouldn't keep going then. I'd leave it be, buddy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm excited about this meeting. I'm picking at my own hand because of this meeting. I know
that was actually a tell from Stuttering John that some of the who are these podcast picked up on. That was a tell that he's lying, picking at his hand. Maybe this is him being excited, picking at his hand.
He's nervous for something.
Oh, I won't be able to say anything about it today or tomorrow.
Yeah, so I would.
But
but the next day, oh boy, you guys wait. I am gonna tell you everything. I can't sit on things I'm not allowed to talk about for 3 days. Jesus, I'm only human.
Dude, proving the point earlier, like I could, even if I was pulling a work with him, I couldn't let him know that it is because he would let it out. He can't keep his mouth shut.
I do know that eventually I'm going to be able to talk about this meeting. We will remember this day. That's all I'll say. We will remember this day. I'm excited. I'm excited. It was a great weekend, man. What can I say? Went on Hughesy's show, had a great time with Hughesy. I've called out some Steel Toe Reddit guy that does a Steel Toe A-Log show.
And here, once again, you can see Aaron's emotion just bursting with, I won that argument. I put that Aussie guy in his place.
He really didn't, though. He just shouted over him. Oh, you're just a Reddit goo. Come on, man. That's not an argument.
Taking me back to when Stuttering John and Shuley were on a show at the same time, and people were saying John won that argument because he just yelled over Shuley the entire time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember. And that's the thing. Shuley was trying to just say to him, dude, you're blah, 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 and he wouldn't have it. John was not. It's the same. You're right. There is a lot of crossover with Aaron and many a lol cow pasture.
He's not the lol-cal we wanted. He is the lol-cal we needed.
Yeah,
Thank you, Aaron. Keep up this work. Don't tell us it's a fucking work. Stop telling us it's a work. It's not fun when you tell us this isn't real.
He's an idiot.
Okay. Hughesy asked me to come on to do a boxing show with him, and I'm like, dude, I'll do boxing. I'll break my thing of not doing other people's shows, because the thing about doing other people's shows, you leave money on the table that could be yours. And I'm like, I'll do this shit on my show for, but it was about boxing. And I'm like, I love boxing. And I love talking boxing with Hughesy. Yeah. And this guy came on and I sniffed him out like a bird dog. I had people all weekend just writing to me.
And you did not deteriorate your septum with massive coke usage. You only did it 5-6 times. So that's a good thing. That was good for your sniffing out abilities.
He messaging me going, dude, you can sniff that out. That was incredible. That was awesome. They loved when I would ask the guy a question and then laugh at him and go, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what you think. But he came on under the guise of, I'm going to talk boxing with Hughesy and Aaron. And then the minute we stopped talking about boxing and he started like sheepishly, passively asking the first question, I just laid into him. And I didn't stop laying into him. I didn't let him talk. Every time he started asking a question, I went, shut the fuck up. I kept calling him a rat fuck piece of shit because he was being such a bitch. And then I know that you guys
being the loudest is winning.
Exactly. And here's the thing. He could have gotten the clip and broke this guy down further, but he didn't. He's just gloating on the win, which didn't really happen. There was no win there. He just yelled. Oh, you rat fuck.
Chat.
Okay.
Rat
Pelican.
Pelican. You fucking Aussie fuck, you spider. You're a fucking poisonous spider, you pelican spider.
Exactly that, right. You start picking on him for that kind of shit. Morning, Tracy.
Want to believe that this was like some great thing. He messaged me a very nice DM after.
Johnny pressed X to doubt right there. Ghost of all gravy legs. His face absolutely hit X to doubt.
I like that username too. It's good. The ghost of gravy legs.
Oh man, thank you very much for doing that with me. I just do it for attention so I can get attention for my show. You were a really good sport. Like, it was such a pro wrestling meet in the locker room and be like, hey man, great.
Shut up. You're ruining the fun by saying, oh yeah, we were buddies. Shut up.
Work. Awesome. Awesome. We put on a show for him out there, buddy. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I go, none of you people, like, you people are all target practice to me. Like, you guys are, you come in, you ask the same questions. And I called him on that too. I was like, dude, you just keep asking the same question that I've already answered you. You're just upset that you're not getting the answer you want. I'm sorry. And then he starts like trying to ask questions that he knows I can't answer. And so I just started shitting on the guy.
Hey, brother.
Calling him a rat piece of shit, telling him that he's a bitch. I told him, I go, if you would have done this the right way, like a man, and you would have asked me if I would have come on your show, maybe you could have done it that way.
With smoke signals or something, since he was blocked on every single other format.
But now I'm just going to make fun of you. And then I would keep going. I was like, Dean, I look pretty good today, don't I? And he's like, well, you do look. I go, shut the fuck up, Dean. Nobody cares. So it was a great goddamn time. It was fun on Hughesy's show. And both of them, like after the show, we're all talking. We're like, oh, guys, that was great. Oh, that was so much fun. So on and so forth. Hughes kept using his real name, and I didn't know he didn't want his real name out there.
Okay.
And by the way, that's another funny part about the steel toe hate crowd is that they'll try to dox everyone in people's private lives.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that X Triple M, immediately Johnny's eyes started darting over to the chat while Aaron's talking. You just keep going. I'll give a yeah, just like Last Action Hero. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
They'll go after every.
See, Aaron, if you weren't a shithead, we could be friends. Listen to these stupid, obscure movie references that I make.
And real quick, Johnny's in the same position that Corey was in. Corey was just reading his phone the whole show. Because Aaron was just talking to hear himself talk. And I think that's where Johnny is now. He's just fucking looking at everything else that he could look at while half-heartedly paying attention to Aaron.
The comedy shaman calls it the meat shield. That's what Aaron is looking for. He's not looking for a banter back and forth.
Right.
He could learn a thing or two from the banter world order instead of just being the mouthpiece and having a yes man next to him.
That's what he's not getting, and that's what Granny was trying to tell him. Like, dude, you need somebody to go, fuck you every now and again. These guys don't even put that effort in. Matt is never going to put that effort in.
Human being. But the minute I started saying this guy's name, which was Dean, I didn't know he didn't want his name out there. Husey kept saying his name. So I go ahead and I keep calling him Dean, and people are like, dude, that was so wrong that Aaron kept calling you Dean. That's doxing, and that's so shitty. I'm like, are you guys...
You guys look up people's ads.
It's been a while since we've heard Aaron do an impression of his haters. And I do love how emotional that they are. Did he give him the old type of accent like this? It's been a while since I heard him, but he's always giving them that cliche, some sort of just pearl clutching.
That's what I was going to say, pearl clutching. Yeah, where nobody's doing it. Dude, this guy, I don't know who he's fighting. He's fighting a ghost. The internet ghost, It's like... And I don't think anybody complained about Aaron using Dean's first name. That one I'm pretty sure Dean said himself. He was like, yeah, dude, I don't care who knows my name, but the Aussie guy is my moniker. I'd prefer the moniker. Like, I don't care if you say my name. It doesn't matter. It's my name. I just picked a silly internet nickname to have one. Why not?
Yeah, I haven't revealed my full name yet, but from somewhere, it's the silly name we chose. Johnny Crutches. It's the silly internet name he chose.
Yeah, I know.
Addresses and post pictures of people's homes. Like,
right?
There were people that were determined to figure out who California Girl was. Like, I mean, like, you guys really don't have any ground to stand on with the doxing thing. Like, there are haters that.
And now that Salvatore it's reminded me that Johnny Crutches is Stu. I'm wanting to do some lines like old Stu Hart there.
Come in here and use names of actual people that are in actual circles of our lives, and then they'll sit there and say shitty things about us. Yeah. Like, I mean, really, wow.
I just love.
I mean, really, wow.
I just love.
Clutch your pearls harder.
Yeah, that's.
Clutch your pearls harder. I'm gonna have to write down Johnny's dialogue so I can do a full performance of him as Stu Hart. I'm put the sugar on Brett there.
That's exactly it. Like, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, where I'm like, when did everybody become a giant pussy all of a sudden? Like, I'm sitting here doing the same shit I've been doing for over a decade. Busting balls, talking shit. You can't do a fucking thing to me. I have proven I'll do it to me. And like all these guys every day, they come in, I'm going to get Aaron. And Aaron laughs at you every day. And then you bitch at me that I'm laughing at you. It's like, guys, you're mentally ill. I'm your obsession.
Yes, they are the mentally ill ones.
Yeah, no, it's what I mean. We're not focusing in on a mentally ill person and picking them apart. It's the other way around. He's defeating everybody on the internet by being normal.
You need to work on this privately. You're not doing well. And then I sit here and I talk shit all day. And then I leave. I go do whatever I'm doing that day. And then I leave these people to lose their mind for the other 19 and a half hours of the day. And that Husey show was no different. It was that fun. And I bet you they have...
Tracy, someone did kick his ass in the boxing ring. I think he's only had, 2 exhibitions? But anytime he has another exhibition, someone will kick his ass.
100%. I think she might be referring to a fight in the street, though. He needs to get punched against his will. There's a difference between him wanting to do fisticuffs in the ring and him getting into a fight with somebody who will kick his ass relentlessly.
We are missing out on that. It's only been in pugilistic fashion that he has gotten his ass handed to him, not out on the street.
No, and it's not going to happen in Minnesota either, I don't think.
Not stop talking about it to each other since I left. Me, I went to the Beer and Cider Festival at Dick Putz Field. Awesome. God, was that fun. You get way too drunk at
Dick Putz Field. That is a funny name. Surprised that's actually a real thing. Sounds like something from like a Simpsons gag or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Those though.
Dick Putz.
And you're drinking like 3 or 4 ounces of beer at a time, or cider or whatever you're drinking. And we walked there. We walked back. That walk back was definitely more interesting than the walk there. Holy. I saw a cat.
Uh-oh.
Not a cat.
Okay, here's what we were looking for. His cat dialogue, we mentioned it a couple of times. So we will end the show on the cat talk, which would sound great from 1992 Dennis Leary. Sounds like a psychopath who hasn't worked his way up to murder yet from Aaron Imholte.
Because I would have killed it with my bare hands, everybody. That's the other thing people are clutching their pearls about. They're like, I can't believe he's saying things you are about cats. I've hated cats my entire life. This is nothing new. Again, this is where people are just becoming pussies now. Where, like, you understand pit bulls, cats, Komodo dragons, many other, what are the bugs? The box elder bugs, June bugs. I have advocated for the extinction of multiple species of animal. Many.
Johnny is now, it looks like he is being assaulted and he is just putting himself in another place. So his body is being assaulted, but his mind is elsewhere as Aaron goes off on this.
Yeah, real quick, because he went down cats and his next mention was pit bulls. because that's like his thing. Like he hates pit bull. Anything that scares him can go away. He is probably afraid of cats because they will claw him. He's afraid of dogs that can bite him. He said before, and he has advocated, you can get rid of all the pit bulls and nobody would miss them. You can get rid of any breed of dog and nobody would miss them. You know what I mean? Because they would not know they existed. Stupid. You can. I'm not like an animal activist, but I live and let live. You know, as long as they're not invading my house, I'm cool. That's why I don't like cats. They can stay outside, but guess what? They fucking mouse like a motherfucker. You know, especially with all these open fields around now. Sorry, ugh.
All good.
Extinction.
Johnny's face of the I don't want to be here
Yeah,
anymore.
that's what I mean. If I was Johnny, I'd be making that face because this is going to be a stupid rant no matter what he says.
Of multiple species of animal. Many times. So if now all of a sudden you're clutching your pearls about this, I have bad news. You're the problem. You've changed. This show has always been disgusting and awful and brutal. And if you can't handle it, and also
I'm a shock jock. What do you want? I'm doing this art form that was very popular in 1998. What do you want from me?
And like somebody mentioned in it, I don't know if it was B. Smiley or somebody, but Melton made jokes about his kids, but not really. Like, you know, using his kid as a cup holder was the joke. It was an edgy fucking joke. And here he is going, oh, these people are crying over edgy jokes. He was crying about how Melton was making jokes about his children abstractly and how Melton's sick in the head. But this guy's making jokes about literally Hitlering dogs and cats and other animals that he just doesn't like.
I like how you censored a word YouTube doesn't like with another word that YouTube doesn't like.
No, I'm sorry.
That is.
I'm not good at this.
Yeah, that's one. I'm learning the words that they hate, and they'd rather you not say. And the 1930s German fellow, they don't like as much as the mass deletion word.
The 420 guy.
Yes, the 420 birthday guy. They don't like as much as the mass deletion of people. Those are both no-nos on YouTube. I am happy that I did not get any strikes before I switched over to half a bundle of sticks in describing myself, because that's a fun word, and I feel like I didn't hit the hard got. But nope, nope. They don't like that word at all.
All right.
For a steel toe hater to think that I'm being grotesque or inappropriate, it's like, it's this combination of like, I want to be big bad internet doxer, but then also I want to clutch pearls and be sensitive. And it's like, no offense, you're gay, dude. I don't know what to tell you. But again, great weekend. I'm having a fun time with it. So if that's the new strategy, hey,
let's go.
Best of luck. Johnny, you do not like my take.
You don't cheers and put it down? What kind of a man are you?
God, you're not gay like the Reddit people are, but you do not like my Haitian, what is it, Springfield, Ohio take about the cats?
Oh yeah, no, it was just I don't like violence visited to animals in general, but your take on cats is extreme for me. Is all.
Do you really think I'm going to drop nuclear weapons on cats?
No, I don't. Which is why I'm still on the show. If I thought you were really going to do this to cats, I don't think I'd be here.
I don't want to see a cat.
Yeah, I know you don't like cats.
Let alone grab it by the neck and twist it and shatter its existence.
See, you seemed far too into that. It does not seem like a bit what you just said.
Right. No, I think he's thinking about wringing a cat's neck. He's got a choking addiction.
Twist it and shatter its existence. I would rather it left me alone. Goddamn cat. Yeah, people are writing me. They're like, "Oh man, John, you know, I don't watch anything." But they're like, oh man, Johnny hates your take on cats. He's going to leave the show because you're talking about killing cats. And I'm like, when did everybody become a bitch?
No, I was saying that the descriptiveness was getting much for me. And I think they guess, I don't know. I just don't like the description of the cats thing. And I said,
was it the Caligula one where I grab them by the hindquarters and I swing them into a brick wall? I'm trying to figure out.
Gig workers, that could be why he is getting so happy. As he is talking about cats, he's thinking of April.
Yes.
that is why he's getting so happy. Is he hasn't graduated his way up to humans, so he's just going to sub in a animal for his detest of April.
It's too funny.
Ghost of Old Gravy Legs. He is trying to push Johnny off the show so he can cut $50 off the goal, which he won't cut the $50 off the goal. That's just pocket money at that point.
It's going right back in his pocket. No, this is a great stalemate. It's Johnny showing up for cash and not quitting because he doesn't want to quit on Aaron, and Aaron trying not to fire Johnny because he doesn't want to look like an asshole firing a cripple. And doesn't want to pay him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great stalemate. It's like an employee and an employer that just don't want... They're trying to both save face, and it's not working. It's making them both look bad. It's great. I love it.
Trying to get fired.
Exactly.
This could be the golden era of actually entertaining Steel Toe. If Aaron would shut the fuck up about things being a work and just be a psychopath and try to force off his co-hosts. This might be legitimately entertaining for a bit.
Yeah, that's we'll see. That's a good work. Like, that would be great. Just keep going through different people as co-hosts and see how long each one can stay through that type of abuse. You know what I mean? He's just pissing Johnny off with the cat talk. He's not really hurting, he's not attacking Johnny's family or any of that shit. He's just making the guy mad. He's being dramatic. No?
That's now on my wish list for what Aaron will turn into, of running off every single co-host while the co-host just grasps for that $50 a broadcast day.
At least Corey had the balls to tell him to go fuck himself. On the $50, he's like, "Fuck it, go away."
Figure out which one was the one,
right?
Or was it the one
that might have been it? It just in general, it's just.
Or was it the one where I take cats to Iran and then they start humping each other, so I take them to a tall building? That's not anti-cat. That's just the punishment in Iran for that behavior. That's just they're gay. They're gay cats.
Can we move on?
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Wait a minute. So now, homosexuals...
Got to get rid of them gay cats. What a zinger.
Being thrown from buildings in Iran doesn't bother you. But if the homosexuals are cats, then it's a problem. That's
I'm just
twisted.
saying we're going on it for a while.
That's up. Hello, have you ever met me? Whenever people go, I think, Aaron, you're being really insensitive about this thing, I just lean in. I learned that from Corey Adam. He's the master of it. But why? Why now? Like, what?
All right. Sounds like he's wrapped up on that point, and we are over 2 hours. About time to wrap up over here, because we don't want to overstay our welcome. We could have a 4-hour show, but we don't need 4 hours of goofing on Aaron. We had fun, and we're going to get out of here before it stops being fun. So thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Johnny Crutches. This could be a fun new beginning of the Steel Toe Morning Show, of Aaron running off all of his co-hosts and becoming more of a psycho. Just don't tell us you're doing an act there, you dummy.
Yeah, I agree. And he needs to learn how to pivot better. Like, he was just saying he knows how to lean into things because of Corey. That's one thing. I know he was very pissed that Corey didn't come to his show.
Yeah, Dirty Dalish with a great point of all of the people that didn't come to the show. I think he was most angry at Corey because at some point we're going to have all of the former co-hosts come in and be part of the anniversary show, and him calling Corey on air and Corey hanging up on him. That was great fucking clip.
See, that's what I mean. Like,
Corey
knows how to be funny. He knows how to be funny. You know, like that was funny, and I think Aaron took it personal, and that's why they haven't really been speaking so much. I see Corey on Discord every now and again, and I'll say what's up to him, but I think he keeps his distance for the most part. But I would like to recruit him for a chatting with. He's like a good guy to talk to. I also wait real quick. Before I forget, I also suggested that he should do one of those old school. I don't know if you remember, like on like maybe Unsolved Mysteries or something, or Current Affair. They would have like the blacked out silhouette of a guy, and they would do the voice changer, and you wouldn't know who's, but it would be like a whistleblower or something, and it'd be for the protection of the identity. But you can usually tell if it's a woman by the hair or whatever. And I wanted Corey to do that about him being abused by Aaron while working with him, but like eventually lean into the light and be like, am I going to get paid for this? You know, like totally just like tongue in cheek kind of thing. And he didn't respond to that. So I don't know if I don't think he was into it, but
I did see Corey Adams' fun tongue in cheek with Garth Marenghi. That was a fun little tongue in cheek gag that he did there. But thank you all for joining us. Going to get in our plugs and get out of here because I don't want to overstay my welcome. As I've said it too many times now. Now I'm repeating myself. I'm a shitty broadcaster, but at least I'm doing this for fun. At least I'm playing broadcaster and not I am a broadcaster. And all I need from you are super chats, PayPals, and Streamlab to keep being a broadcaster.
Venmo. Okay, plugs. Yeah, you go first, or I go first.
Because you go ahead and go first. Tell us what's going on Spurg Snake's Secret Stash.
Back to Wheel of Fortune this weekend. I took this past Sunday off because, like we had mentioned at the top of the show, if I'm going to be low energy, I'd rather just make you guys not witness a boring show and take the night off. So this Sunday coming up, more Wheel of Fortune. This Saturday morning, I will be with Honk the Clown on his channel, Honk the Clown, talking Joey C. Hopefully Joey C stops by, and I'm trying to get American Cupcake to stop by, so I got to hit him up in the DMs.
Oh, yes, they have a history, American Cupcake and Joey C. That would be a fun back and forth.
Yes, yeah, and that's what's going on this weekend. Saturday morning, Honk the Clown. Sunday night, Wheel of Fortune. Maybe I might start doing music before your show during the week. As a
morning wake up with music over there on Spurg Snake's Secret Stash. So that'd be a fun little lead in. Get your morning music and get your morning shithead. I don't know.
Both of us. And because I learned how to do the raid thing. Like, if anybody's watching, I can just push them over to what's going on over here. You know,
I did see that as an option. I'm still a boomer on how to actually enact it. As seen on a recent Cringe of the Week, where the Dick Show spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out how to raid people on YouTube. And tomorrow, I'll be back with a TikTok around the clock, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Next week, I need to book my third show, another co-host audition, another TikTok around the clock. Maybe it'll be gameplay if I learn how to use OBS. I know less than Aaron. He has that over me of little knowledge of OBS.
I got you, dude. We'll talk over in the Discord server. If I got to do screen share, I'll at least get you a scene set up. Blah 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 blah. Chat on screen, that kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah, that would be. I can do it silent. I can do the video game without music. And I've got both you and Annie from What Is This Game giving me some offers for that crash course on OBS. So I'll have to take you up on that. We will be back in a few weeks with Tales from the Crypt. I've got a few more seasons to watch. I've got my notes on the best of and worst of.
I got to get on that.
And we haven't mentioned the other lol cow that we plan on covering. You got so I'll go ahead and drop that. You found the audiobook, bought the audiobook of The Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe's a movie-making nerd. I'm on the fence if I'm going to go ahead and buy the physical book so I can make comparisons. But I think in November, start launching the book review of A Movie-Making Nerd.
Oh, yeah.
That's something we've been talking about for a while, and you got that audio file. We will looking forward to that. Just like the Tales from the Crypt, A Movie-Making Nerd is fishing for some new viewers, as is this show. Thank you all for tuning in for this show. It's Imholte season, and as long as Imholte season is around, we'll be doing this every other week, possibly every week, if Aaron keeps doing stupid stuff at this pace. I thought he was going to slow down. He's not.
I was so mad I missed a show the other week because of that. There's just so much good stuff coming. So, yeah, stay tuned.
And once again, thank you all for joining. And now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to you, honey, with the right left 8. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.